A very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm South African Councillor Chopra. So I'm going to greet you the way we greet our mayors in South Africa. We call them His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Sunil Chopra. A very good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us today. I'd like to also recognize Professor Dr. Parin Somani for firstly giving us the opportunity to come together and meet such incredible women, and secondly for editing my book, which I'm about to launch. So thank you. And what I learned when talking to Professor Dr. Somani is that she's not somebody who has or performs lip service to the word women empowerment. So at no cost, she's edited this book.
Wow.
So I'm really very grateful for that, and I'm grateful for the words of advice and wisdom you've shared in your experience of putting together a book. So thank you, and thank you for the opportunity for inviting me to be a speaker here. And wonderful, amazing ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute privilege to spend 2 days with you, and it is my absolute honor to be launching my book at King's College at Cambridge University in your presence. So thank you very much. I'm going to start off by just giving you a very quick synopsis of the book and then give you a little bit of a history as to how it came about. So the synopsis of the book: 20 dynamic women leaders from 6 countries in the world share their journey. Whilst their triumphant and poignant accounts are profound, their outstanding leadership qualities, admirable resilience, and inspiring introspection provide insightful lessons and advice to current and future women leaders of the world. By using the themes that emerged from the experiences and engaging subject specialists, the author unpacks real issues to achieve authentic leadership. Is the world ready for a cathartic analysis to embrace the future of women's leadership? Are women willing to empower women without prejudice, to create, collaborate, and empower the next generation of leaders? And I'm sure you're all wondering about this word Kafkaesque and what it means and where it comes from. So it was a word that was coined by Franz Kafka, who's a German author, and it basically refers to something that's extremely unpleasant, frightening and confusing, and similar to situations described, of course, in his novels. I'd like to share some of the antonyms because I think it kind of creates a more stark explanation of the term Kafkaesque. So the antonym, the opposite, means sane, sensible, sober, wise, lucid, enlightened, justified, and common sense. So just to give you a very quick synopsis as to why the book. I've been in the training and development space for the last 30 years. I've held senior leadership positions in my country at board level, vice president of the Durban Chamber of Commerce and so on. And I've had some very interesting experience in working with women. And as we indicated earlier, women have become so caught up in dealing with the whole issue of gender parity to men that we've forgotten about women's relationship with women as women leaders.
Exactly.
And we don't talk about the challenges that we experience in that particular space. So this particular book provided women with a platform to come forward and share some of their experiences, their lessons, provide advice and guidance based on these lessons to the current and future women leaders of the world. And in that way, we start facilitating more authentic, real, and ethical leadership, or encourage more ethical leadership in women. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to be here today and launching, or my privilege I should say, in launching the book. Oh, sorry, I should actually explain the colors. So the colors on the poster and the cover of the book have some very significant meaning. The white represents purity, simplicity, and cleanliness. The indigo, and that is the little butterflies here, and you would notice that it has got some spots or shadings of olive green. The indigo is a dark and rich color that sits between blue and violet, and it represents tranquility, harmony, confidence, and integrity. And the green, basically nature, growth, rebirth, health, hope, and many positive things related to overall well-being. So one can sense the feeling of belonging and tranquility whenever one sees the soothing color. And it perfectly resonates nature's cycle of birth, death, and then rebirth with transformation and new beginnings. The gold is reminiscent of luxury, success, achievement, triumph, royalty, and fortune. The color gold is named after the precious metal, of course, of the same name. And the meaning of the color gold is multifaceted, often denoting generosity, compassion, as well as being synonymous with divinity and power in many religious settings. I think I'm going to stop there because I could go on to the blue-gray and all of that. And the reverse of the book, which I will show you in a bit, basically captures an eagle flying out of this gold world. And if we know anything about eagles, they have this phenomenal ability to reinvent themselves. So they go into the mountains and they pluck off their feathers and it grows again. They break off their talons and it grows again. They knock their beak against the mountain and it breaks off and grows again. And in that way, they completely reinvent themselves. So the whole message of transformation is captured in the cover and the drawings. And of course, we know that butterflies represent catharsis, transformation, metamorphosis. Great, so I think the moment has come.
Shall we come?
Sure.
Shall we come here? I would like to invite Dr. Parul. She was our chief guest yesterday.
Thank you.
She in red. I think you can come here.
Yes, I can go on the middle.
Unravel it.
Yes. Parin, can you do the Insta from the middle?
Okay, just looking here for me for 1 second. Here we go. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold it right there. And just hold it there for the Insta camera.
Come closer, down. And we should give it a tug, right?
Can I start? Can I do? It was my pleasure to edit your book. It's amazing. The content, the story, what's written here is fantastic. I think so you have covered so much overall about the female leadership and the woman empowerment. Excellent. I would recommend you to please go and get this book and read. There are a lot of inspirational words and a lot of hard work Vani has done in this book. So congratulations from all of us.
Congratulations.
From all my
Yes.
team.
Thank you.
That's